In Defense of Selfishness, written by Peter Schwartz, is a thought-provoking essay that challenges the widely held belief that selfishness is inherently immoral and selflessness is inherently moral. Schwartz argues that this view is not only incorrect but also detrimental to individuals and society as a whole. He contends that selfishness, when properly understood and practiced, is not only moral but also essential for human flourishing. The essay begins by defining selfishness as the pursuit of one's own values and interests, without regard for the effects on others. Schwartz distinguishes between rational and irrational selfishness, with the former being based on reason and the latter on emotion or whim. He asserts that it is only the rational form of selfishness that can lead to moral behavior. Schwartz then proceeds to dismantle the popular misconceptions about selfishness. He argues that selfishness is not synonymous with self-centeredness, as individuals can pursue their own values while also being considerate of others. Furthermore, he contends that selfishness does not imply a lack of empathy or concern for others, as people who are truly selfish are often highly attuned to the needs and desires of those around them. One of the central arguments in the essay is that selflessness, or altruism, is not inherently moral. Schwartz points out that altruism can lead to immoral actions when individuals sacrifice their own values or well-being for the sake of others. He gives the example of a doctor who continues to work in a war zone despite being exhausted and endangering his own life, simply because he feels obligated to help others. This type of selflessness, Schwartz argues, is not only irrational but also potentially harmful to both the doctor and those he is trying to help. In contrast, rational selfishness encourages individuals to pursue their values while also considering the consequences of their actions on others. This approach, Schwartz maintains, leads to a more moral and responsible form of behavior. For instance, a doctor who recognizes the limits of his abilities and decides to work in a less dangerous environment is being rational and selfish, as he is prioritizing his own values, such as self-preservation, while still being considerate of others, by ensuring that he remains available to help patients in a safer setting. Schwartz also addresses the common objection that selfishness leads to a dog-eat-dog world where only the strongest survive and everyone else is exploited. He counters this argument by distinguishing between productive and unproductive behavior. In a free market economy, for example, individuals are encouraged to pursue their own interests through voluntary exchange, which leads to mutual benefit and increased prosperity. This type of productive selfishness, Schwartz argues, is not only moral but also essential for the functioning of a healthy society. Furthermore, Schwartz points out that selfishness can also lead to acts of charity and generosity. When individuals are free to pursue their own values, they may choose to allocate their resources towards helping others. This type of voluntary charity, Schwartz contends, is more moral and effective than forced redistribution, as it is based on personal choice and mutual consent. The author also discusses the role of selfishness in personal relationships. He argues that individuals who are true to their values and interests are more likely to attract compatible partners and form fulfilling relationships. This is because such individuals are confident and self-assured, traits that are attractive to others. In contrast, individuals who sacrifice their own values for the sake of pleasing others often end up feeling resentful and unfulfilled. Finally, Schwartz addresses the question of whether selfishness can be taught or learned. He maintains that it is possible for individuals to develop a rational, selfish outlook through education and personal growth. This process involves learning to think critically, to identify one's values and interests, and to make informed decisions based on those values. In conclusion, In Defense of Selfishness makes a compelling case for the moral and practical value of rational selfishness. By challenging popular misconceptions about selfishness and demonstrating its role in promoting personal flourishing and social harmony, Peter Schwartz offers a refreshing and thought-provoking perspective on ethical behavior. The essay serves as a powerful reminder that true morality lies not in selflessness, but in the pursuit of one's own values, guided by reason and respect for others.